You have the owner of an NFL team talking about how he created a play or is involved in a play so fantastical, it is akin to a wet dream from a teenage boy. This play needs to be banned. I'm Bart Winkler from the Bart Winkler Show and Into the Winklerverse, which you can find wherever you get your podcast. The Tush Push was not banned. It was voted to continue. 22-10, coincidentally, the score that the Eagles beat the Packers. And is that not what this is? It's Eagles. We want the Tush Push against Packers. We can't stop it. The Packers are the one team without an owner. They're the one team without somebody who has to take the bullets and the shrapnel for saying, hey, we kind of don't want this play, says the commissioner. So he's got to find a patsy. And with us having no ownership, and by the way, our team president is retiring, let's make it us. Let's be the team to put this forward. It will hurt us less than other teams, but we'll put it forward and take the repercussions. The repercussions of that are everybody making fun of the Green Bay Packers for being soft, using AI videos to show Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love crying. It is nonsensical. It is ridiculous. And quite frankly, it is wrong. If there's a team that we need to be criticizing for their immaturity and their petulance, it is the Philadelphia Eagles, who have this play. It's a fine play. It works. They found a way. They exploited the loopholes. They found a way around the rules. They found a play that works for them. Congratulations. They didn't win the Super Bowl because of the Tush Push. It helped. I still think they're a good enough team to win the Super Bowl if this rule or this play is not a thing. They didn't use it that much. And sometimes when they did not run it successfully. That's fine. Even the image that they put out afterwards, push on, that was a play that they ended up not getting the first down on, but it was against the Packers. And that's what this is, Eagles versus Packers. Let's put the 26-minute on YouTube. Let's put that video out there of all the times that they ran the Tush Push successfully. The Packers are the ones that are immature. The Packers are the ones that are babies. Jeffrey Lurie, team owner of the Eagles, it's like a wet dream for a teenage boy to create a play that is so successful. The only way for it to be stopped is for it to be banned. Let's dial things back a second on the Tush Push. The play in and of itself sucks. It takes very little skill, although Jason Kelsey will get in front of an audience to tell you that it actually takes a lot of skill and it's super safe, but he won't answer questions. And he does other stuff without his socks on. quick time out for me to laugh. All right, 10 minutes later, after I'm done with the hilarity, the Eagles have figured out a way to get a quick yard. They take their quarterback, he moves forward, he gets pushed. That is allowable because there used to be a rule where you can't just push players down the field. You can't do that. It doesn't make sense. It looks weird and totally not like football. But the Eagles thought, well, if that's a rule, we can devise a way. And they did this under Doug Peterson 10 years ago, where if we just need a yard, just push the quarterback. He's big enough. He won't get tackled. We'll get him forward. It'll be an easy yard. And they were able to do that and do it successfully. So kudos for exploiting a rule or finding a way to take one rule and make it work. What the Packers were proposing in this latest go round is to not allow running backs or quarterbacks or whoever to just be pushed down the field. There's a young man on Twitter, James Nagel, who is one of these guys that AI'd the Packers to make them cry, because that's what this is. This is against the Packers. And he compiled a thread, as you see them crying. He compiled a thread to show all the plays that would be banned under this rule. Well, look at this play that I'm about to show you, and I'll describe it for you via audio. It's a Broncos play. It's a second down. They're at their own 19, or they're at the Falcons 19 here. They run the play, and here they go. They run the play. Pike, I think that's McLaughlin. He's down, or Williams. It's a Broncos running back. He is making contact with the player at the 5-yard line. Okay, 5-yard line. Then some more Falcons get in to try to stop him, and now he's at the 4-yard line. And in football, this should probably be the end of the play. If the defense were to push him back 4 yards, he would get the ball at the 4. That's where he would get the ball because of forward progress. But on offense, since you're allowed to push a guy now, many Broncos players, I count 5, maybe a 6, help push him into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. If that's what you want football to look like, then that's the rule that you are in favor of. I don't think football should look like that. It did not look like that when I was growing up. The rule was changed in 2005 to take it away because it was hard for referees to police that. Well, when does it become a push? When does it not become a push? I think they have other rules like holding and pass interference that have to go on eye tests that are judgment calls. I think they could judge that there. I don't think you should be able to, as a runner, be pushed into the end zone or to be pushed across a first down marker or to be pushed any yardage at all by other people if you're not the one doing the work. Who's to say Saquon Barkley can't jump in somebody's arms and they cradle him across the goal line? Maybe a little fireman's carry. Hey, we're just pushing the guy. Isn't that what the rule is? So the tush push, it's not just about, oh, the Eagles are good at it, somebody stop them. It's about this rule existing that is not a football play. This is, you know, with your eyes, it is a rugby play. That is not a football play. So the play should go away. The ruling should be changed. I don't mind if the quarterback, Jalen Hurts in this case, wants to sneak the football across the 1-yard line. I don't care if he wants to run a traditional quarterback sneak. I don't believe it is a football play for him to be pushed and aided by other people. I do not see how that is relevant. I do not see how that is allowable. But right now, the owners have agreed, at least for the time being, that it still is allowable. And the Eagles, who were like, no, we don't care. Don't put in the newspaper. I'm not mad. You know, it's just 1 yard, whatever. Now the organization taking quite a victory lap in a very obnoxious way, very unbecoming of a team, mind you, that just won a Super Bowl. Now they're acting petty and immature, and now it's a whole Packers versus Eagles thing, and this will get all the attention once again when they play November 10th, and we'll have to go through all this again. Look, there's some of you that like the tush push. There's some of you that have no problem with it. There's some of you that have no problem with the play that I'm describing. That is your opinion. I believe you are wrong. I believe you are wrong because I believe what you are rooting for is not a football play. Oh, I heard you. I just heard you. No, I just see this technology is great. I just heard you. You just said to me, well, if you don't like it, stop it. If you don't like it, stop it. Let's see. Do we remember the NFC Championship game when Frankie Louvu was trying to stop it? He was trying to jump over the Eagles' offensive line and stop the Eagles from running this play. He figured, and the Commanders figured, the only way they're going to stop it is to meet him at the point of contact. To meet him at the point of contact, you have to time that perfectly. So he's going to jump, and he's probably going to mistime it, and it's probably going to be offsides. But it's not going to hurt the defense too much because what are you going to move the ball? A third of an inch? Okay. Well, then at one point, the Eagles hear the referee come over and say, Commanders, if you do that again, we're going to give the Eagles 6 free points. We're going to give the Eagles 6 free points. If you don't like it, stop it. But if you try to stop it, actually, no, we're going to give the other team points. It makes no sense. It is a flawed argument because there's been an effort to stop it, and then the refs say no. I understand the NFL is a league that is dictated to help the offense. Case in point with what I told you earlier. If you push a runner back 10 yards, he gets the ball where you started pushing him back. If a runner gets pushed offensively by his teammates 10 yards forward, he gets that 10 yards. This is an offensive league. We love offense. It's great. Oh, we love points. We love scoring. We love fantasy football. I get all of it. I just don't think you should be able to push a guy forward. Plus, the Eagles line up offsides when they're in this tush push formation. They don't get called on that. Other teams do. And they're trying to draw the Commanders offside in the process. So this became a bigger dumb thing than it needed to be. It is a play. We wonder if the play should be allowed because it's a different kind of play than other things we see. We see that the basis of the play is made up of oh, you're able to push guys forward, you're able to do that. That shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be what football is. Owners should have the right to vote on it. They did. But then Jeffrey Lurie had to get up there for an hour with Jason Kelsey and cry about how the league was wronging them. So going forward, hopefully they're not as good as at it. Hopefully other teams get better. Hopefully it doesn't become an issue. It is such a minor play that happens, but it does happen. And you're just trying to figure out, is this allowable with the rules of football? Is it okay for a team to line up in a field goal formation and then run instead of kicking it? We decided that it is. It doesn't happen much, but it's still within the rules of football. We have to decide if this is within the rules of football. I don't think it is. It has been technically for 20 years. This was a loophole to exploit the rule that was in place. And now here we are fighting about a rule that is called a tush push, which somehow has been said so much that we don't stop to think, oh boy, that's a really stupid name. Tush push should be banned. Don't like it. If you're on my side, we just got to take it and eat it. I wish it wasn't as obnoxious between the Philadelphia Eagles and the eventual Eagles fans. That will find this. Leave the Packers alone. We were just a patsy. You guys are the real meanies, like you always are. Congrats on the Super Bowl. I rooted for you to win. I said you'd blow out the Chiefs. I'm smart. I had the Eagles alternate line, minus 19. They won by 18. So deep down, I'm still mad that you guys put in Kenny Pickett and then let him throw a single pass. Ban the tush push.